Hey everyone, today I thought I would take the time to discuss the coronavirus. It's been in the news a lot lately, and they say it's going to probably get worse before it gets better. So I thought I would take the time to discuss the coronavirus and how it will affect real estate. There's kind of two things that could happen. Um, Depending on how long the coronavirus lasts, or if it is blown out of proportion, uh, if that's the case, then it'll just be a little blip in the market. If it continues to draw on, then you're going to see a lot longer lasting impacts. Right now, we are on one of our longest streaks from the last recession, and the coronavirus has added a lot of instability in the stock market, which could bring us to another recession. One thing about real estate that is a benefit and a drawback is the liquidity in the market. It's a little bit harder to liquidate, or a lot harder to liquidate than stocks or other assets. Um, you can see as people panic about the coronavirus, there's a large stock sell-off and stock prices are dropping. On the buying and selling side, you're going to have a lot less sellers that are going to be wanting people going through their homes. That makes sense. You're going to see a lot fewer open houses, and you might even see fewer buyers that are interested in buying a home. For buyers, you're going to see a lot of opportunity. Now, a large or a fairly decent portion of the buyer pool are actually sellers themselves that are going to sell their home and move into a larger home, a smaller home, a different home. And in order to do this, they need to sell their current home. And you're still going to have people that can't wait to sell. They either need to sell for financial reasons, or a probate or short sale situation, or foreclosure. On the buyer side, right now, you're seeing historically low rates. The Fed just cut the rates again. That doesn't mean that since the Fed cut the rates, now your mortgage rate can be 0% for 30 years, but it will probably have an effect on the mortgage rates. But currently, we are already at historically low rates, and they could get even lower. So if you are a buyer and you're looking to buy soon, this would be a great time to take advantage of the opportunity and start looking to purchase real estate. Now, for the real estate investing side, those of you that have rental properties, you might have tenants that are coming into harder times. If we go into a recession, or even with the coronavirus right now, there's a lot of people that aren't working. If you have tenants in the healthcare industry, you might not be as worried, but the other industries are significantly cutting back on employees. They're trying to cut back and make sure that people can stay home if that's a job that allows for it. You're seeing in the States right now, there's restaurants and bars being closed, and I'm sure that'll start to grow as more states adopt that approach. You're seeing schools close down. If you have any teachers that are tenants, or anything in the education industry, in the education field, you are going to see an impact there. Right now, it's a little hard to say how it would affect your tenants directly, because we don't know how long this is going to last. It could affect their payment. It could affect the ability to find new tenants. There's probably not a lot of people that are going to be looking to move. The coronavirus might have a little bit of a hit on real estate prices and values, depending on how long it lasts. One thing that's positive about real estate is that 5, 15, 20, 25, 30 years from now, because of appreciation, real estate in most cases will be worth a lot more than it is now. Not in all cases, but in the large percentage of the homes out there are going to be worth more than what they are now. Real estate stays pretty strong and continues to grow even during harder times. You might see a little bit of impact or blips in the appreciation side of things, but almost always 20 or 30 years from now, your property will be worth more than what it is now. And I think that speaks to real estate as a great investment tool. Because real estate is harder to liquidate, like I mentioned earlier, it just is that much better of an investment. It's a little bit harder for the shock and the scare of viruses, whether it be the coronavirus today or a different virus or incident tomorrow, it's a little bit harder for that to directly impact and have such a quick impact compared to other asset classes and types. Real estate is a little bit more financially stable. It has a little bit more time to react, and usually people can't quick panic sell their homes as quick as they can sell pieces of stock or other asset types. So that really speaks to the strength of real estate and the stability of real estate. These are just some of my thoughts on the coronavirus. I'm not an expert in the coronavirus, like I said. I don't know that this is going to happen or what's going to happen. These are just some of my opinions and predictions on what will happen and how the coronavirus will affect real estate. There's only one way to find out, and soon enough we'll be able to tell what the consequence of the coronavirus will be on real estate. But thank you for watching, and stay safe.